I'm Hannah, your friendly neighborhood wine mom. Tonight we're drinking Riesling. It's a great wine if you don't like wine. I don't know if you guys saw a couple episodes ago, we did a video about texting and I gave out a phone number for people to text me and I got so many texts. I read every single one and it was just so exciting to see how many people watch the show and what you guys want me to talk about. So let's talk about tonight's topic, sex after childbirth. So first, let's talk about what happens to your lady parts, your hoo-ha, your baby maker, your vajayjay. So when you first leave the hospital, a lot of people don't realize that your child will go home in diapers and you will also go home in diapers and multiple pads and a little spray bottle to clean it off. Because after having a baby, there's still a bunch of gunk left in there and your body's gonna be slowly expelling it over the next few weeks. And you literally need a freaking diaper to contain everything. For the first few weeks when I would lay down and then sit back up, it felt like I fully peed my pants with a full bladder. Like it would just be like, it was like pink colored stuff. I don't know what it is. It's something that's up in there, but like, duh, you just had a baby. Your uterus is like,
Jesus Christ, I've been doing this for 9 months. Just like, let me refresh myself.
On top of it, I had 2 vaginal births. There's gonna be some trauma there, and there's gonna be swelling, and there's gonna be pain. You don't know if you're gonna get stitches. You never know what's gonna happen. I just remember trying to get up out of the bed, like, okay, I'm gonna count 1. Okay, no, it's not worth it. I don't need any water. With my first son, he was 9 pounds. He was gigantic. And as I was pushing him out, I remember the doctor was saying,
"Oh, look at those shoulders. He's got some broad shoulders on this kid."
and I was just like,
Shut the fuck up, lady.
so at my 6-week checkup, the doctor cleared me to have sex. And I was like, are you kidding me, lady? I didn't even look down there. I didn't even want to see what had happened for a good 9 months. And then finally after 9 months, I took a mirror and, you know, like, oh, looks the same. And then with my second child, he was a very small child. He came a little bit early. It was much easier, but still, I don't know if 6 weeks is enough time to recover from that. So all births have different recovery periods. This is just mine. So while I was cleared at 6 weeks to physically have sex, that's not even delving into the emotional part. I have a huge emotional factor when it comes to sex. Like I have to feel emotionally ready and I have to feel emotionally okay with it. After my first child, I was not emotionally ready for over a year because I was just so paranoid about getting pregnant again. I never wanted that to happen. I was so scared. It's like when you have a really bad hangover and you're like, oh God, I'm never drinking again. This is it. So I know a year seems like a long time, but for me, that was just what I needed to kind of get my life together. And a huge part on top of the physical recovery is your hormones trying to balance the fuck out. There are all these like ups and downs throughout pregnancy of your hormones, and then you give birth and then everything's trying to level out. I had to watch Jersey Shore. That was the only TV show I could watch without crying after I had my first son, because I was like, I can't feel sorry for anyone in this. So with my second son, I was married, and that brings a whole other factor of another person who is trying to love and support me while I'm trying to heal, but they also have their needs. So it certainly wasn't a year before I had sex after my second, but it was a good 3 months. I think I kind of found that balance, and everyone says everything's easier with your second, which I guess that was. So let's talk about doing the damn thing. So when I finally did have sex, I had all these misconceptions from what I'd heard from other people about what it was gonna be like. It totally blew all of those out of the water. Like none of that actually happened. I had heard that you're never gonna be wet again. You always need lube. Never been a problem for me. I'd heard that because it had been so long and there was so much anticipation, it was gonna be amazing, and it really was not. It was super awkward. It was like losing your virginity again. It was just like, what do I do with my hand? And the third misconception I had was that your vagina is never gonna be as small as it once was. And I wanna put this to rest once and for all. I get asked this all the time, and it's such a stupid fucking question. Your vagina goes back to normal. There is no problem there. It's a wonder muscle and it goes right back. Don't ask me anymore. And I know a lot of pregnant people watch this show, so I hope that this might have calmed your fears a little bit. Because you can have as much sex as you want or don't have sex at all. So that's all I got for today. I'm Hannah, your friendly neighborhood wine mom, and if you have a topic you want me to talk about in a future episode, leave it in the comments, or you can still text me. I'm digging my way through the messages trying to reply to them, but at the very least I read them and I appreciate them and I love interacting with you guys. Till next time, your vagina has been stretched to capacities it didn't even know was what was blah, blah, blah. Your vagina has been stretched to capacities it didn't know what was